Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our platform and thank you so much for joining the channel today. So guys, if you are looking for opportunities to migrate to Europe, to be precise Italy, then this video is a video for you to watch. And in this video I'm going to be telling you some of the things that you need to know, the documents that you need, the application process, the fees, and every other detail that you need to understand. If you are new to our platform, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and also share this video with at least 2 people so that they can benefit from such information. To those who have been telling me they do not want to go to school, they do not have qualifications to follow the study pathway, or they do not have enough money to follow the study pathway, I think this is an opportunity that may help you. Now, if you want to go to France, if you want to enter Netherlands, if you want to travel to maybe Sweden, if you want to go to Spain, if you want to enter Poland or maybe Portugal for free using a particular visa type, then I will encourage you to watch this video to the end because you are going to get the material from here. The visa you are going to be applying for is called a Schengen visa, and this visa is going to be Schengen visa for Italy. Now, the only reason why I am being specific here about Italy is because if you really want to enter into any Schengen country, the visa you are going to get, of course, is going to be a Schengen visa and is equally going to grant you the rights to enter into any other Schengen nation. But remember, if you intend to enter into like 4, 5, 6, or 7 Schengen countries, that is to say, if you want to travel to Italy, enter into Spain for free, enter into the Netherlands and Belgium for free, enter into Germany and Poland for free, and maybe travel to maybe any other country like Malta or whichsoever Schengen nation, please try to start your visa application from the Italian embassy. The country in which you want to enter first should be the country or where you have to do the application. Yes, you may not be going directly to apply for this at the Italian embassy, but you might be using the VFS Global. So I will encourage you to put an eye on the VFS Global website because it's very, very important for you. Remember, when you are booking flight itineraries or when you are paying your medical insurance or your travel insurance and you are equally taking your flight itinerary, put into consideration the countries you intend to enter later. If you intend to enter into just Italy, please, you don't need to worry. But if you intend to enter into more than 5 different countries and you are doing your application, and when they ask you how many countries are you going to enter and you say 4, make sure you buy itinerary for all those 4 countries. But if you indicate that you want to enter just 1 country, then it is cool. But remember, the visa is going to take you to every other Schengen country and you can stay there. But remember, you are going to get this visa for maximum of 90 days, which is 3 months, and within every 6 months, which is to say if you get a single entry, you can only travel and you are in Europe for 3 months, except that you decide to go for Odoro. But if you get a multiple entry and you travel to Europe, you can be there for maximum 3 months, then you exit, then you come back to your country, you make again 180 days, which is approximately 6 months. Am I correct? Then you can then go back to Europe because you have a multiple entry visa. It may expire after 5 years. It depends on you. We are not talking about Canada. We are talking about Europe. So please put all of this into consideration. And remember, the short stay visa is the visa I'm talking about, which is a Schengen visa. And this visa, you cannot change it to Europe and you work. I have many people, they keep asking me, Milton, can I change it to a temporary residence permit? No, this is a short stay visa, and even if you want to change it, you may not go legally, guys. I don't know any other method you can use, so don't quote me wrongly. You cannot work with a tourist visa. But if your intention is not to go to school, your intention is to ask for Odoro, then good and fine. If you do not know what Odoro is, drop a comment below. Somebody is going to tell you what that is. So please, this is how you are going to be applying for the short stay visa to Italy. Now, let's take a look at some of the things that you need to know, like the requirements. We have talked about all the other things. But again, one more thing before I go. There is a communique that the visa fee, the Schengen visa fee, is going to increase. As it stands right now, children below from the ages of 6 and below, that's 0 to 6 years, they are free. So you can apply for this for free. And those who are between 6 to 12 years, they are going to pay 45 euros. Now it is 40 euros for this Schengen visa. And those who are adults, you will pay 80 euros as of now, but the new communique I'm getting says that very soon every adult will pay 95 euros. So please put all of this into consideration before you start thinking of moving abroad using a Schengen visa. Now we are going to take a look at the documentation you need to supply, but remember that nothing is easy. I get people, they keep asking me, Milton, which is the easiest visa? Guys, nothing is easy as I am talking to you. So in case you intend to migrate abroad, just put in their work, do your best, ask Jehovah to bless your handwork and any other thing you are doing, because nothing is gonna be easy. Now let's take a look at the documents you have to supply for this Schengen visa to Italy that may take you to other European countries. There are about 10 or maybe more documents here, but I will break them one after the other so you actually understand what you need. The very first one is the proof of funds. Schengen visa to Europe is not that complicated like a visit visa to Canada or the United States of America. So if you really want to apply for it, try to make sure that your proof of funds is at least maybe 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, depending on how many days you want to spend abroad, and also depending on the country in which you are applying for. This is for Cameroonians, these millions I'm talking about. If you are coming from a country like Nigeria, you need more money because your currency compared to euro has lost a lot of value. I hope you understand. Then the other thing you need is make sure you are using your own personal bank account. Now for me personally, I usually tell international students that it is very important for you to use your own personal bank account, because if you do not use your own personal bank account, the visa officer may start suspecting you. And remember, you are saying you want to go for vacation, and of course, are you working? Yes. So why don't you use your own account? Where is your account? As an adult, if you don't have an account, that is already a red flag to show that you are not even serious with what you are doing. You have to put this into consideration. Now, let me draw your attention to the fact that you can move to Europe as a visitor. Maybe a family member is inviting you to visit them. In this case, they have to also supply a visitor's document, like a visit letter to you, all right, like a letter to you to visit them. Then if you are going using the short stay visa on business purpose, you have to get a document from your business partner to show that you are going on a business trip. Then equally, if you are going for conferences or to attend a conference, you need a letter for the conference. If you are going for medical reasons, you need a medical report from a doctor, and in most cases you must have paid this medical fee to the doctor, and it must be a certified doctor, not any type of allergy in the quarter. So you have to be careful, guys. Then in other cases, sometimes you may be going just as a tourist. Then you just have to draft a document to show your itinerary on where you are going to be visiting. Tourists, please pay attention. Don't go and apply for a visa and say you are going for tourism, whereas you do not know where you want to visit. It is very important, and please put all of this into consideration. For the next document you need to apply for this, there is a 4-page application form. You need to fill that form. It's either you get it from the Italian embassy's website or you get it from the VFS Global website. Now, I want to draw your attention to the fact that you may need an appointment from the VFS Global office, and it depends too. The people who need visas, they are like many. Then the demand for visas, let me put it this way, a lot of people want to migrate, so you have to start as early as 6 months. But remember, you can get this visa within 15 days because it doesn't take time. If they check your documents and they think that you are qualified, you will get your visa. And I always encourage people, especially workers, those who are doing business or those who are working class citizens, that it is very important for you to show your worth by supplying all documents to the visa office so that they should know that you are actually very qualified, like you are highly qualified to get the visa. And if you've gotten other visas in the past, please make sure you attach documents of them, like scanned copies. Make sure they are colored copies, okay, of the previous visa. So this is what you should put into consideration. Then the next document you need are 2 color passport size photos. Remember, I said photos, not photographs, but it doesn't matter which one just know that there are two color passport size photos you need to attach. These passport size photos may be used to be clipped on your visa application form. I do not know how it's going to be done, but you need these documents, these photos. All right, if you do not know the dimension, go and check from the VFS Global website. Then you give it to you go to a photographer and tell them to give you a shot of that particular size. Then you take it for your visa application. Remember, there is no room for errors. In case you have an error, you do an error, you may be rejected. And do not go for visa application and you are rejected. It doesn't speak good of you. Then the next document you need is your passport data page. The page of your passport that has your face, your names, and everything. It's so important. That is what we call the data page of your international passport. Remember that the study visa and the visit visa, they are almost the same, though they do not have the same function, because the study visa gives you access to live for more than 90 days, and you can change it later on, which can lead you to PR or citizenship. But the visit visa does not give you such priorities. But again, they are not the same. One is expensive and the other one is so tedious. We already know the other one is expensive, it's so tedious, and a whole lot is involved. It just depends on what you want in life. Some people do not really want to remain abroad after relocation. Some just want to go for visits. So you would be the one to make decisions about this. Now, after the passport data page, you also need a medical insurance. Now, guys, I would like to draw your attention to this. As an international student, you might have come across this 30,000 euros medical insurance for people who want to move abroad as tourists or maybe as visitors. But I want to draw your attention to the fact that you are not paying this 30,000 euros to any insurance company, because I get people, they come to me and they're like, Milton, I saw 30,000 and I don't have that money. How do I get it? No. Relax, you are not going to pay 30,000 to anybody. All right, that one is the version the European Union wants to say, but there is something you are going to do. It is called a premium version. When you go to an insurance company, just tell them you need an insurance for this duration of your stay in Europe. Remember, if you are moving on the 3rd, make sure your insurance start counting from the 3rd. If you are returning on the 29th, make sure your insurance ends on the 29th. All right, then you will give them these details. They will now tell you how much you have to pay them to give you the equivalence of 30,000 euros. It's called the premium version. I hope you understand. Insurance company charge per day, and per day they charge like 0.004. It's very small money, so they will tell you what to do. And again, you need what is called accommodation document. And again, before I even go to the accommodation, let me draw your attention to the fact that some of these insurance companies you may decide to check Alliance Insurance, check Swiss Care, check Euro Assist. There are many of them. Just go for the one that you think is easy for you to get. Okay, then now let's take a look at the flight, the accommodation. We are still coming to flight. Somebody is inviting you, then they should provide the accommodation contract for you to use. But if they are not inviting you, if you are going as a tourist, you need to book your own private accommodation. It's important. However, remember, if you are going as a tourist, you should get accommodation closer to the places you are going to visit, so that when the visa officer is looking at your documents, they should be convinced. Equally, remember that you can book this from booking.com. Don't forget that there are certain types of accommodation. Don't go for Airbnb, go for a hotel, so that you can actually convince them that you are actually serious with what you want to do. Then if somebody is inviting you, they should have to give you the accommodation document. Okay, everybody abroad has a contract, so they should give you that. Then now for the proof of funds I was talking about, when you are doing proof of funds for you to apply for visa, like especially the visit visa, try to get proof of funds for the past 6 months. It's also very good to get for the past 3 months, but I always tell people to get it for the past 6 months, because it shows the visa officer how serious you are, and it shows a lot of things you get. So get it for the past 6 months, and do not forget that the bank statement you are going to be supplying, it shouldn't be a new bank statement. Like, it should be a new bank statement, but not a new account. The account should be an old account, right? It's good like that. Try to use your own personal bank statement if you are moving without, because when you move abroad, when you are trying to go abroad and you are telling people you are not being sponsored, it says more than someone who is saying they are being sponsored. Well, you may be getting sponsorship from somewhere, but when it comes to visit visa, please try to get your own personal accounts. Remember, according to law, it says that you have to spend 75 euros per day in Italy. But I think that even if you want to spend 5 days in Italy, that will be 75 euros times 5, maybe 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, and even more. Is advantage you, especially when you have travel experience and a whole lot of other details. But just make sure you have enough money to cover for anything, because when you enter into these countries, you have to come back. Remember, I have said, with the Schengen visa, you can move to Italy, Spain, Germany, Poland, any Schengen nation you can enter within that 3 months that have been given to you, because you will get the visa only for 90 days maximum. But if you get multiple entry, you have to come back, then you go again after like 6 months. I hope you get that. Is it. Then if you are working, like I said before, you need to supply your employment letter. It's very important. And equally, if you are working, you should have pay slips. You supply them as well to show that you are earning a salary. But if you do not have pay slips, then I think your employment contract can stand in for that. Then equally, if you are leaving or if you are going away from your company and you are working, you should supply a leave letter. It's very important. All these documents from your company needs to carry your company's letterhead. Very, very important. Do not forget. Reference letters can also help you in this case. And if you own a business, then bring the business registration documents. Bring documents to show you are paying tax. These are very important documents for you to get your visa to Europe. I hope this will help you. This is all we have today for Italy. More videos will drop in the days to come, and I believe that you may get results very soon. Whenever you travel and you get your success, like when you get your visa, let us know so that others can be encouraged. Till we meet again in another video. Bye bye.